Hey everybody, this is Comics Villain. Wanted to make a short video, just going over a few things right now. Um, so, some of you might know I'm currently making a story. Uh, Wanted to give you guys an update, let you know a few things about it. I'm not going to give too much detail as far as what's actually going on with the story at the moment. I have a few reasons for that. I mean, one of the biggest is this is going to be kind of a long project for me. There's a lot going on in the story itself that I need to refine. I have to do quite a bit of research for it, to be honest with you. Um, and the biggest really is the biggest is really learning how to write stories. So first off, I'm learning exactly how a writer would go about creating the story from beginning to end. I have a good layout for everything. Um, if I were to say at the moment what I project, let's see, the amount of books there would be, if it were just a novel at the moment, um, I could say maybe somewhere between two to four. Um, so, as far as it goes, that's how I'd see it as a novel, like a standard novel. It'd probably be 2 to 4 books. There's quite a few characters. Um, each of them relate to my life in some way, shape, or form. Either things that I've seen or experienced, um, whether it's direct or maybe something I've seen online or seen on TV. But everything comes back to just different experiences I've had. So, uh, for the moment, I have started reading this book I found online. I don't know too much about the person, but a lot of good reviews for it, so I'm just checking it out. The book itself is called Structuring Your Novel: Essential Keys for Writing an Outstanding Story by K.M. Wayland. Uh, it was very fascinating that when I was reading the book, a certain person came up as a quote in this. I don't want to really say too much about it, but it was, uh, yeah, it was a little shocking that it was like the first quote in the book. But anyway, um, one of the first things that the book is trying to get you to do is understand that although stories are seemingly non-structured, like at times, um, say someone didn't know really anything about the structure of books. Maybe they've read a lot, and then they kind of winged it, went their own way. Maybe famous writers from the past. They said they went their own way and they created these incredible works of art. Um, these incredible stories, I should say. There is still a structure that they had, something maybe they honed themselves, and um, this book kind of goes over that, which was kind of cool. So, one of the first things that I've been working on is the hook, and I have a scene built up. Just trying to show the character, an initial conflict, where it's supposed to go from there, have the story continuously move. So you're getting little bits of info, but you're seeing a lot. He's experiencing a lot. The character, he or she, is experiencing a lot. Um, so that's been really helpful. This book, actually. I have a few others that I'm reading that's from the same author. So most everything kind of hooks together. This is creating character arcs, so kind of going by this one first, just how you do the novel, and then focusing on the character, because I think that's going to be both of these are going to be pretty important. And this will at least give me sort of some go tos for how I can do this a little easier. Um, since I've started, I have created, um, gosh, how many characters? So I think the main team consists of around maybe 7 or 8 characters. Um, there's a good number of villains, and if I'm going to say what the theme is of this whole thing, it's balance. Balance is the key to everything in this story. Um, and if I'm going to compare it to even other stories, like where you can look at to see, like, okay, where might maybe the influence be from, or there's a wide variety. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pulling from so many different concepts and just blending it into my own little thing, my own story, and then at the same time incorporating aspects from my life. But if you're going to look at anything, um, one aspect that I liked was scale, where your stories uh, start versus where they end. And the scale might be small at first, but then it it gets far bigger and encompasses so many other things. So if you looked at Gurren Lagann, started underground in their tiny little, you know, cave area thing, and then the walls broke open, monster came through, and it exposed the rest of the world to them. So they get up and out, they see new cities and towns, learn about new people, and then it kept expanding from there until ultimately it went from a threat to their little home, if you can call it that, to a threat to like the universe, or in Dragon Ball Super. You know, it started off with him in his little home, Goku, and by the end of like where we are in Super, it's like a multiversal threat, which is even bigger than what Dragon Ball GT had, which was more universal, I guess. Uh, so so mine kind of is like that. Mine's gonna be more, uh, you know, mine's gonna you're gonna see more of a scale. You're gonna see a huge difference between the beginning and the ending. Um, every character is extremely unique. I'm incorporating my love of say comic heroes and anime characters, you name it. That along with, and I guess this will be the first time I actually reveal this, but my history or my background in the medical field. I'm going to be sort of infusing that with my story. So I really do hope you guys enjoy the product that I'm going to make. I really do. So again, I'm creating the novel first, and then I'm going to transition that into something more, well, that's like a comic or maybe screenplay, or we'll see. I'm going to be looking around for artists. If you're interested, at some point, of course, I'm going to finish up with a lot of the story, but for right now, I am kind of interested in maybe meeting a few people, talking with them, chatting with them, finding out, what their style is. For my story, if I'm going to pick any other series to go off of what I'd like this to look like, again, it's just what I'd like it to look like. Doesn't mean that's what really is going to happen, but I would probably go and lean towards something like Yu Yu Hakusho. If you've ever seen that, it's an anime, and it was pretty fun. I mean, that's where some of the influence from for my story is. Um, but if it were to be like a standard comic book, um, I would be fine with that. I mean, I love like Ethan's style, and I love Andrew Huerta's style. His was pretty cool. I love that old school vibe. So a lot of this would be great if it were like a kind of an old school vibe, or even like John Malin's vibe with, or sorry, his art like that. That's pretty cool. But in any case, I'm reaching kind of my limit on my phone here with recording. So, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll try to give you more news, updates, anything I can on this story. Um, please like, share, comment if you'd like, and subscribe, please. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya. Bye.